20, actually 20, you get less for murder.
Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday the 4th of October. Hope you're all doing well, and well done to Fluid Fernando, our hacking champion this evening, and very many thanks to Arun Aromatics for providing us with that rather nice question pack. Hope you all had fun with that. Apologies for the slightly late start. I had a blue screen of death, which I suppose is better to have now rather than later. Claire, would you like 40 pennies? I think Claire should have 40 pounds. I'm going to give everyone 40 pennies just for the memes. Hang on a minute. Because, yeah. Alright. If you type meme 40. There you go, Claire. And, message from our sponsor, Puzzled Anne.
Welcome to bridges that need crossing.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for those 100 bits there, Puzzled Down. I'm going to stop that. That's an extra bonus. Yeah, Claire, if you'd like to check your penny count now. Oh, and a message from our sponsor, Zeusless.
Did you know that the modern-day piano was invented in 20 BC by Emperor Augustus as a torture device? Legend has it some folks still use it as such today.
You're a very bad man. Thank you very much for the 20-month resubscription there, Zeus. And to Oni for the 20 months as well. 20, actually 20, you get less for murder. Indeed you do. Thank you, everybody, for the support. It is bridge time, the final of the bridges. There you go, Claire, 69.69. Nice, you can't have any more pennies now this season. But we had to make that meme happen, didn't we? It is the final heat of the bridge. The grand final of the bridge will take place next Thursday. We've already got Mark and Natter and RJ Murphy lined up for that final. One more space is available. This is your last opportunity to get onto that final bridge, which will be taking place next Thursday. And if you want to take part in that, you need to be in the Persephone Shared Discord server with a working microphone and able to come and have a chat with me. Yes, the dog is barking at the Hoover in the background. Let me just join that broadcast studio right there. There we go. Yeah, let me say hello to everyone. We've got James and Zeus. Good evening to Shapes and AB Me, Andrew and Fernando, Puzzle Dan and Samson, Nexonator, Jogging, hello Lewis and Fired, and Ben and Colo, Tadaru and Garrett, BC and David, Huds and Oni, Natter, Jers, Major Wreck, Buzzer, Bob. Hello Bob, haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well, my dude. Innes and Claire and Jay and Brown and Raising the Bar and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's get on with this game of the bridge. It's Sotley's pack. We should have a lot of fun with this. I proved it myself earlier on. Good pack, good questions, good mix of trivia. If you want to play, type in the code XKUV. If you've already appeared in a heat, then you will automatically be excluded from this. There's an automatic exclusion list. If you don't want to appear in the heat and you haven't done so already, !exclude after joining. But I do need 4 players to come and have a chat with me in the broadcast studio to make this game work. Hello Curse 2, welcome to the stream. Come join. This is your last chance to get into the bridge final, which takes place on Thursday next week in the Season 8 finale. Yeah, Season 9 is a thing that's happening on the horizon and coming very soon, as is QNL. So QNL is kicking off weekend after. Is it next weekend? I'd say this weekend is like the next Saturday and Sunday to come, but next weekend, which is the weekend after, was it the weekend after next? No, it depends on your interpretation of time, I guess. Either way, 15th, 16th of October, that weekend is going to be QNL. Next weekend, I would say next weekend. Next Saturday, Sunday, cool. Well, we're looking forward to that. I've got a couple more builds that I need to finish off, so that's jumped right to the top of my priority list this week, as well as writing the question packs that I've got to do for that. So that's taking over priority the rest of the week now that largely recovered my health after being a little bit poorly the last week. So consequently it does mean obviously there won't be a stream Saturday week because I'll be up in Sheffield doing Q&L stuff and having, by that point, probably having much banter with all the folks out on the town, but we'll look forward to that very much. And then taking a couple of days off, Tuesday, Thursday the following week, and then Season 9 will start on Saturday the 26th, I think I said earlier on. Saturday 26th of October. I wrote it in the chat. Saturday 22nd of October. But next week, because there's no stream on Saturday, I'm actually going to do an extra stream on the Monday. So next week, we've got Monday, Tuesday and Thursday as the 3 streaming days, all at 8 o'clock. So it's a bit of a finale week with the bridge being the centrepiece on Thursday, as well as the staff game of Google That. So many things to look forward to next week. We've got this week to do, first of all. I think that's enough time. Have we got at least 4 players who haven't played before? I think we have. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Let's lock that lobby. Remember, there is a lobby game in this as well, and you must be in the Discord, and you must have a microphone, as Cola's reminding us right there, to play in the game. Otherwise, yes, exclude if you like. So, 4 players, and make your way down to the green room and have a little chat with Colo to get the sound all right, and then he'll bring you into the game. I'll have a chat with you, and we'll go from there. First player onto the bridge tonight is Pum and Ben, a 46-year-old Scrapple taster. Welcome, Pum and Ben. Head down to the green room. We'll get you sound tested by Colo. You're playing in red tonight. We'll have a chat with you in just a moment. Also joining Ben on the bridge tonight is it's BC. Little is known about BC other than his avatar goes with his player avatar, or his Twitch avatar goes with his player avatar. Welcome, BC. Make your way down to the green room. You're playing in green tonight. BC, the second player onto the bridge. Third player to be selected for the bridge this evening is it's Oni, 31 years old, 70 kilograms of flesh, mostly used. Oni is the only player who's allowed a second chance into the heats because he was a replacement player for someone who had to drop mid-heat, but the ruling was, because he joined halfway through a round, I said he could have his own bite of the cherry if he went out in the first round, which he ultimately did. So Oni getting in on a second chance. Saloon here. You're playing in blue. Make your way down to the green room. We'll have a chat in just a moment. And the final contender onto the bridge tonight is playing in yellow. It's Claire. Ladies are known, and she is occupying. Claire, make your way down to the green room. You'll get sound tested by Colo, and then our game can begin. So, Pum and Ben, BC, Oni, and Claire, our 4 competitors in this final heat of the bridge. So we'll get all that sound testing done, and then we'll get you into the broadcast studio. I'll have a little chat with you, and our game can begin. Red wine season has officially begun. Claire writing. Claire writing gift, nice. Good evening, everybody. Hello, nice to have you with us. First of all, let me have a chat with Pum and Ben. Ben, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent, great to hear from you. You're over in Pasadena still, is that right?
Yes, I am.
Good man. So how have you been keeping over the summer? Because I mean, it's been hot here in the UK up until the last few weeks. It must have been unbearable where you are.
Well, I'm lucky. My apartment has central air, so.
Right, yes. Something we don't get as standard in the UK. Ben, have you played the bridge before? Have you seen the bridge in action?
I've seen it. I have not played it.
Okay, so last chance saloon here on this the final heat. Wish you the very best of luck playing in red tonight. Pum and Ben, everyone.
Thank you.
And another Ben. This is going to get confusing. We've got 3 Bens in this room of 5 people. BC, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
So I'm very well. I'm about 70% of the way there. But apart from that, pretty good. Thank you for asking. But you flush back from your brush with fame on the telly box.
Yes, not. Well, that was only 2 weeks ago at this point. That's finished.
Yeah, something like that. How does that compare to playing in front of several 100,000 people compared to playing in front of a few dozen.
Honestly, I've been more nervous playing in front of this group than the 2 times they've been on TV so far.
It is funny how it is weird how that sometimes a bigger audience can make you a bit more desensitized to the action, whereas a smaller audience can feel a bit more intimate and a bit more personal, maybe, and slightly more intimidating.
I mean, because of sort of COVID, there was no live audience there, so you weren't really thinking about it to the same extent.
Fair. Okay, so it was a slightly different experience. I can imagine it being a bit strange in front of a non-audience, but anyway, Ben, you got the green man, which is nice because it goes with your avatar. Have you played the bridge before?
I've done it from the audience, yes.
From the audience, so you're familiar with the rules. We'll explain them again as we go, just in case you need a refresh. But welcome to the game. The very best of luck, BC, everybody.
Thank you.
And also on the bridge is Oni. Hello, Oni.
The guy who refuses to go away.
Well, that is twice in 3 days you've come and been haunting my airwaves here, but always a pleasure to have you here. Are you have you finished licking your wounds from following Saturday night?
No, I had a grand. Still fine. I'm fine.
So obviously he's the only player who's coming onto the bridge before in the heat.
Technicalities are great, aren't they?
It's a great technicality. It's a nice little catch. I thought it was fair because obviously you wrote one of the question packs as well. So that was another heat that you wouldn't have got in. So, but yeah, so
this
we're coming
is the only time I had to actually get in, I think. So.
Oh, because you proofed one as well, didn't you?
Yes.
So you've proofed one, written one, got in on a sort of a sort of backup contestant, and now you're in for realsies. So
he has truly done it all. Now ready to fall on my head, and I've seen what's down there. None of y'all want to fall in.
This goes on forever. Welcome to the stream, Lupine. Good to have you. So obviously you're very familiar with the rules. Do you think it'll help you out tonight, or do you think it's still just going to be how the questions fall?
I've got no clue. I've got no bloody clue, mate.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck facing the bridge tonight. Oni, everybody. And fourth onto the bridge, also somewhat matching your Twitch avatar playing in yellow, it's Claire. Good evening, Claire.
Hello.
How are you keeping?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm loving the matchy-matchy. I think that's great.
It's lovely how it sort of worked out like that. It's purely coincidental. Are you keeping well? Have the sort of the autumnal blues hit you yet? Or the sort of lamenting the summer?
Oh, well, kind of. My heating's not on yet. But like, I was out for a walk with my cubs just now, and like, it's quite dark. But it's nice, and it didn't rain, so we're all good. We're still warm.
That's a plus. I have to say, I am very much noticing how much darker it is. I finished choir rehearsal yesterday at like 7 o'clock. I'm like, it's dark outside. What's that all about? I remember it being light when rehearsals finished. Unfortunately, that's only going to get worse for a little while, and then it'll start getting better, which will be nice.
Time marches inexorably forward.
It does indeed. It pays no heed to our futile human concepts and constructs, but we'll continue. The rotation of the Earth will indeed continue. So, God, this is all getting a little bit deep and nihilistic. Far too early in the stream for that. Brand new Halo, welcome to the stream. Claire, have you played the bridge before, just in the audience game, or did you get into a preview game?
I think I might have done a preview game, but you know me, my memory is shocking. So I think I've been on the bridge. I don't know how I did. I obviously didn't win, so.
Well, we'll see how you get on this evening. Last opportunity to get to the final. Playing in yellow, everybody, it's Claire. Very best of luck. So, excuse me, I have still got a bit of a cough. So, for the first half of this first round, if you're playing in the audience, is basically a race against the players. Each of our 4 players will get 3 questions, and each of those sets of questions will be on a similar subject. For every question that they get right, they take a step forward on the bridge. Not too much thinking time for our hot seat players, and you have got until I lock in their answer to answer in the audience game. 1 point if you get it right in the audience game, and 1 step forward on the bridge if you are correct. That's the first half of this round, and then I'll explain the second half in just a moment. We are going to start off with BC.
Can we see the screen?
Oh, yes, you can. Here's a screen coming in for you. Sorry, I've forgotten to do that. Screen 2, go live. There you go. So, BC, starting off with yourself. The San Mames Football Stadium is located in which Spanish city?
Football's not the one I would. The category I'd hope for.
What do you think?
Not something I follow.
Gonna have to press you.
Because I haven't heard of it, I'm gonna say Madrid just.
Madrid. Is it Madrid? It's not, it's Bilbao. Tricky one to start with there. Not to worry, you stay right where you are, but you've still got another couple of questions to go. A couple of people getting that right in the audience. Well done if you did get that one. Moving on, so we're going to have similar questions for the next three. Next player to answer is Oni. Stadio Diego Armando Maradona is located in which Italian city?
Alright. Okay, so the one that I was thinking of, it's one or two.
Come on.
I'm gonna go Turin.
Turin. Let's see, is it Turin? Sorry, I'm channeling my inner Paxman on this particular bit. Naples or Napoli is what we wanted.
That wasn't the other two, that's fine.
This wasn't in the other two, so yeah, you're not getting the coin toss wrong there. A couple of players on 2 points early on, but no one yet to move off the front of the bridge. Move on to our next player. It's Ben, Pum and Ben. Westfalenstadion is located in which German city? What do you think, Ben? You're on mute at the moment, just FYI.
Sorry about that. Don't know much about this, but we're going to try Munich.
Munich. Is it Munich? Jack Wilford, welcome to the stream. 3 questions, 3 misses. Dortmund. Dortmund is the answer. Home of Borussia Dortmund, it has the largest terrace in world football, in excess of 20,000 on the Yellow Wall, also known as Signal Iduna Park. Bad luck, we stay right where we are. One more question on this football stadium cities. Claire, coming to you. De Kuip, or Kuip Stadium, forgive my Dutch, is located in which Dutch city?
Name a Dutch city.
What do you think?
I don't think it's going to be that one, so I'm going to say The Hague.
Is it The Hague? What was that one?
Amsterdam.
Rotterdam, that's what we wanted there, Rotterdam. Home of Feyenoord, and according to Sotley, the only top flight ground in the Netherlands my dad hasn't been to. He's annoyed about it. So there we go. Incidentally, on the other ones, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, home of Napoli, it was renamed in 2020 after famed Argentinian football puncher Diego Maradona, who led Napoli to their only titles in the late 1980s. And the San Mames Football Stadium is home of Athletic Bilbao, a team never relegated from La Liga, despite only allowing players from the Basque region of Spain and France. So after that, we've got a couple of players who are 4 for 4 in the audience. Well done there. None of our hot seat players have yet to take a step onto the bridge. Let's see if we can change that as we go on to our next set of questions, starting with Pum and Ben. Once Upon a One More Time is a jukebox musical based on the songs of which artist?
One More Time makes me think Alison Moyet.
Alison Moyet. Is it Alison Moyet? You got the One More Time reference wrong, artist. Britney Spears.
Oh.
It was, as in Hit Me Baby One More Time. And it's a feminist retelling of Disney princess tales with the music of Britney Spears. And it's Otley's just said, no, me neither. Bad luck, Ben, you stay where you are. One more question to come. Next question, though, is going to Other Ben, BC. Get Up, Stand Up is a jukebox musical based on the songs of which artist?
Never heard of this one. There's a few musicals I would have liked to have seen, and it's not this one.
What do you think?
We'll go with Eminem.
Eminem. Get Up, Stand Up. Is that Eminem? It's Bob Marley. Bob Marley. 8 Mile, I suppose, is the closest you get to an Eminem musical. But well done if you got that one. There's one player on 6 points at the moment, the only person to get 100% so far. Moving on to our next player, which is Only we're going in bridge order this time. Sunshine on Leith is a jukebox musical based on the songs of which artist?
Oh, thanks, Ben. The Proclaimers.
Is it the Proclaimers? Yes, it is the Proclaimers, who have said on the record that they would not actually walk 500 miles or 500 more. They'd probably walk about 15 if push came to shove. Well done,
Lazy.
Oni. Lazy, I know, right? First player to take a step onto the bridge. Very well done there, Only. Advantage with you. One more question on this jukebox musicals category. And Claire, we're coming to you. Moving Out is a jukebox musical based on the songs of which artist?
Oh, I'm so annoyed because I knew 2 of those and I've got not a clue on this one.
Oh no!
Okay, who did I think of?
Gonna have to press
No,
you.
I was going to say Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly?
Yeah.
It's the right first initial. Billy Joel is what we wanted. Not quite Buddy Holly. Never mind, you stay where you are. One more question each before we go to the nuts and bolts of round number 1. And the first question this time is going to Oni. Which 1997 Disney title character is voiced by Tate Donovan?
If it's 97, it's probably Hercules.
Is it Hercules? Good call. Hercules is the right answer. And that's maybe a... oh, I can't even play it anymore. Yeah. Michael Bolton, Hercules. Good song. Moving on, because I haven't got any trivia there, so I thought I'll just play some Michael Bolton at you. Next question is going to BC. Which 1999 Disney title character is voiced by Tony Goldwyn?
I'm trying to even think of a 1999 Disney film. Even with a male lead.
There's definitely at least one. What are you going to say?
I'll go with the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, but I know
Beast
it's
from
not
Beauty
right,
and the
so I can't
Beast.
think of this.
The Beauty and the Beast won the Best Picture Oscar in like 1992. Yeah, I think it may have done. Tarzan was the answer. Tarzan, 1999. Bad luck on that one. Never mind. You stay where you are. Only 2 spaces ahead. Pum and Ben and Claire and BC yet to go. Pum and Ben and Claire with a question in hand. Next question going to Pum and Ben. Which 1973 Disney title character is voiced by Brian Bedford?
1973. Let's go with Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood is the right answer. Very well played, Ben. You take your first step onto the bridge. There you go. Off the mark, taking a step forward. Yes, Robin Hood, which was for a long time my most favouriteest of all the Disney films, and it's still up there, probably in my top 5. I do enjoy that. Basil the Great Mouse Detective. That is a good film, Lupine, I have to say. That's also probably features in the top 10. Claire, final question in the first half of round 1 goes to you. Which 2005 Disney title character is voiced by Zach Braff?
This, I think I know.
Go on, what do you think?
Is it Chicken Little?
Is it Chicken Little? Good knowledge, yes it is. Chicken Little.
Didn't know any of the others.
Well, that's worked out well for you then, hasn't it? Chicken Little is the right answer, and you take your first step onto the bridge. So, first half of that first round there. BC is yet to get onto the bridge. Pum and Ben and Claire have taken 1 step. Oni has taken 2. But all of that can change, because at this point we're going to give you a category, or in this case we're actually going to give you a question and 5 answers. 4 of those answers will be correct, and 1 of them will be incorrect. You must give me at least 1 answer. You can answer up to 4 times, but once you've answered once, you may choose to pass to the next player. If you give me a correct answer, you take a step forward on the bridge. If you give me an incorrect answer, everybody else takes a step forward on the bridge, unless you've given me the incorrect answer with all 5 options still there, in which case everyone else will take 2 steps forward. It's a matter of strategy and tactics and seeing who is going to be playing next, how much do I know, and how much do I want to risk. A lot of things to consider. And as ever in this part of the game, the audience will answer the question first. So we'll give the audience 20 seconds to whisper A, B, C, D, E, up to 4 answers. And audience, you get 1 point for each one you get, but if you find the one wrong answer, you get nothing for the question. Oni, it looks like you have been chosen to start, so let's take a look at the first question. Which chefs have 3 Michelin stars? Claire Smythe, or possibly Smith, Simon Rogan, Michel Roux Jr., Heston Blumenthal, Gordon Ramsay. 5 seconds in the audience to get your answers in. And that's time. So, Oni, you've got to give me at least 1. You can give me up to 4 before you then must pass it to Pun and Ben, who is up next. Where are you going to start?
Heston Blumenthal has the fat duck, so him.
Heston Blumenthal. It's a good start. Take a step forward. Do you want to play on, or do you want to pass?
I'll keep in for now.
Okay.
I believe Gordon Ramsay had a 3.
Gordon Ramsay? Yes, he did. Another step forward on the bridge. Do you want to play on, or would you like to pass it over?
I think I'm going to stay in for 1 more.
Okay.
I believe Claire Smith.
Claire Smith.
Someone's got a
Correct answer.
Yeah.
There is 1 correct answer up there and 1 incorrect answer. Would you like to try and find it, or would you like to pass it to Pun and Ben?
I know the name of the restaurant that Michel Roux Jr.'s is, but I don't know if it's got 3 Michelin stars or not, so I'm going to pass it to Ben.
Okay, Ben, question coming over to you. Again, you get to answer up to 4 times, but you must give me 1 answer to begin with, and it must be on this question. If you get this one right, Ben, then you're going to get a fresh question with 5 options to choose from. If you get this one wrong, then everyone else is going to get a step forward and you end your turn. Who do you think, Simon Rogan or Michel Roux Jr.?
When it came up was one of the names I thought, so I'll go with Michel Roux.
Michel Roux, let's take a look. Unfortunately not. He's only got 2. Only got 2 Michelin
Is that
stars.
Le Gavroche?
I'm afraid I've not been furnished with that much detail on this one, I'm afraid, so I couldn't possibly tell you. But I do know he has only got 2 Michelin stars. Bad luck there, Pum and Ben. You stay where you are. Everyone else going 1 step forward, only slightly running away, but fortunes can turn very quickly in this round. Let's check on and see how the audience got on with that. A few players picking up 2, a couple of 1s, and quite a few getting none on that round, on that question. So away it goes. Claire, we come to you. A fresh question, which we'll give to the audience first. Take a look at this. Which celebrities have read a CBeebies bedtime story? Sir David Attenborough, Dave Grohl, Harry Styles, Catherine Princess of Wales, Dolly Parton. 5 seconds in the audience to get your answers in. And that is time. Claire, I need at least 1. You can answer up to 4. BC is following you. Where would you like to start?
Okay. I think I will start. Oh, I've got like false memories. I'm going to start with Dave Grohl, please.
Dave Grohl. Has he read a CBeebies bedtime story? Yes, he had. He read Octopus Garden. So he did. Good start. So if you're wrong now, it's only 1 step for everyone else. Or you can pass to BC, or you can play on. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm going to try. I'm going to do Harry Styles, please.
Harry Styles. Has he read a bedtime story on CBeebies? Yes, he has. He read In Every House on Every Street, apparently. Again, you can go up to twice more, or you can pass it over to BC.
I'd like to try another one.
Okay.
And I'd like to go for E, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton? Did she read a bedtime story? Dolly Parton read Dog Loves Books. Dog Loves Books. So, you could go one more and get the maximum of 4. It's the choice of Sir David Attenborough or Catherine, Princess of Wales. Or you can pass it over to BC. It's up to you.
I'm going to pass it like a coward.
Okay. BC, if you get this one right, then you will get a fresh question. If you don't, then everyone else will get a step forward and you end your turn. Which of those celebrities have read a CBeebies bedtime story? So David Attenborough or Catherine, Princess of Wales?
The one I'm more drawn to, and I think I will go with, is Catherine D.
Catherine, Princess of Wales. Did she read a bedtime story? Good answer. Yes, she did. She read my favourite book on this list, The Owl Who Was Afraid of the Dark. Plop was a barn owl. Oh, love that book. I read that book so much when I was a kid. Well played there, BC. You do stay in control and you get that step forward. Before your turn continues, let's just check in with the audience because all the answers have now been revealed. A couple of 2s up there. There is a couple of 3s as well. Well done if you did manage to pick up some extra points there. Another question coming back to the audience. So BC, hang fire just a moment and then we'll come back to you. You remember, BC, when this question comes up, you don't have to play it because you have given me an answer already, but you can answer up to 3 times if you'd like. Here's the next question. Which of these are vehicle classifications considered by the British DVLA? Category B, Category J, Category D, Category H, Category F. 5 seconds to answer in the audience. And that is time. BC, how's your DVLA knowledge?
My father works as a driving examiner now.
Aha! So this could be in your wheelhouse.
At least something. Trying to even think to the back of my own driving license and what I would see on it. Something in my mind tells me that the category B is just the normal cars. So I want to start with category B.
I will just add at this point, I will first of all add welcome Digital David to the stream. I will add you, A, you don't have to play this, and B, if you do play and are wrong, everyone else gets 2 steps. You're going to go category B?
We'll play it.
Let's see. Is category B recognised by the DVLA? Yes, it is, and as you pointed out, it is just a car. Now, you can play up to twice more if you'd like, or you can pass it on to Oni. Bear in mind, Oni is 2 steps away from the end.
Really, it's not immediately jumping out which is the wrong one here. I will play at least one more. I'm going to go for category D. Category
D. So option C. Is category D recognised by the DVLA? Yes, it is. It's a bus. Category D is a bus. So you're halfway over the bridge. There's 3 options still up there. You can attempt once more before your turn ends automatically, or you can pass now. What would you like to do? Oni is up next, bear that in mind.
It's so hard to just think of which one would be there. I'm going to go with one more, and I'll go category H. Category
H? Is that recognised by the British DVLA? It was a bold move, but it has paid off. Category H, do you want to hazard a guess what that might be?
No.
It's a tank. Category H is a tank. That is the end of your turn. You can't answer again, even if you'd want to, BC. Very well done. You have done the maximum of 4. And control...
Happy enough not have to pick another one.
Yes, I bet you are. We are going to pass over to Oni, who's got to give me at least 1. J or F.
You pick the 3 that are very early in the alphabet. So F is in that sequence, but J's kind of not there. Why would it be there? Would it all be? I feel like you're trying to bluff and then double bluff me at the same time, and that's not allowed, Otley. That's rude. Oh, what do I call? I think I'm going to call you a bluff. I'm going to go J.
J. Let's have a look. Is J recognised by the DVLA? It's not, I'm afraid.
Basic alphabetical order.
It was not. It was a triple bluff, if you like. No, J is not recognised. F is a tractor. Category F is a tractor. And what that has done, Oni, is that has ended your turn, and yourself and BC and Claire are all neck and neck, 2 away from safety. But Pum and Ben has now got control of the question, and he's going to have a fresh question. Could potentially catch up with all of you here. So lots of interesting things could be about to happen. Let's look at the audience scores there. A couple of 3s up there, no 4s as far as I can see. 11 looks to be the high score at the moment. Pum and Ben, we are coming over to you. Here is your next question, and it's Sotley right on time. Jay is to drive David Bodycam, as Hartley is saying. Ben, coming over to you. But first of all, we need to go to the audience. Which of these are Bon Jovi albums? You Want It, You Got It, Have a Nice Day, This House Is Not For Sale, These Days, Keep the Faith. 5 seconds to get your answers in the audience. And that is time. Okay, Ben. You a Bon Jovi fan?
Not particularly. Oh, his old stuff, yes. But I don't see one of his old albums there. So
Slight problem then.
Yeah, and I really need to get to some. Alright. Let's start with Have a Nice Day.
Have a nice day. I will warn you, if this is the wrong answer with all 5 up there, everyone else will be going through. Have a Nice Day. Let's see, is that a Bon Jovi album? It's good. You've got 1 step forward. Now you can pass if you'd like, or you can have another go.
I'm gonna try again, because something's jumping out at me, and that's These Days.
These Days. Is that by Bon Jovi? Yes, it is. You're closing down the gap somewhat. 3 answers left, 2 correct ones. Where next? Or pass? Claire is going to be the next player, incidentally.
I'm gonna try one more and risk it, because I have to at this point. I'm gonna try Keep the Faith.
Keep the Faith. Bon Jovi album? Good decision, good risk. And you are within 1 of your rivals at this point, Ben. There is still 1 correct answer up there. You can take another go if you'd like, or you can pass it to Claire. What would you like to do?
Gosh. It's a tough decision, because I could be in a tie with everyone, or I can move everyone 1 step closer and it be a long time before it gets back to me.
Or you can let Claire test the waters on the 50-50 option. Not knowing whether Claire is a Bon Jovi fan or not.
Exactly. I have a hunch, but I don't think enough of a hunch to risk it. I think I'm going to pass it.
Okie dokie. I would advise you keep your hunch to yourself, because obviously any information you give out could be influential on other players. Claire, it's coming to you. One of those is right, one of those is wrong. Bon Jovi albums. You Want It, You Got It, or This House Is Not For Sale. Are you a Bon Jovi fan?
I cannot say that I am. But I'm just drawn to the title of this album that I'm going to go for, because I think it's wonderful. So, can I please go for This House Is Not For Sale?
Is This House Is Not For Sale a Bon Jovi album? Yes, it is, and you are within
Most recent one.
It's the most recent one. Yes, so you've got Keep the Faith 92, These Days 95, Hand, whatever Hand was. What did Hand stand for? If I actually look at Have a Nice Day was 04, and This House was 2016, are all Bon Jovi. The other one was You Want It, You Got It. It's a 1981 album by anyone? Nope, Bryan Adams. It's a Bryan Adams album was the other answer up there. So, Claire, you're still in control. We're going to clear that question. Check out the audience scores. There's a +4 up there in the top right. Well done there. A couple of +3s in as well. And 13 now the high score. I think that's Lupine in the top left, and in the top right it is David, who did indeed get all 4 of them there. Claire, you're still in control, but we're going to give this question to the audience first of all. Which of these airports are ranked in the global top 10 in terms of potential destinations? Seattle, New York JFK, Chicago O'Hare, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas? 5 seconds to get your answers in. Yes, the Bon Jovi fan in the top right. Makes sense. And that's time. So, Claire, you don't have to play this one. If you're wrong, it will send Oni and BC through to the next round automatically and give control to Pum and Ben. You don't have to play. Up to you. What do you want to do? Right answer puts you through to the next round.
Okay. So potential destinations, as in where flights land and people get off. I'm gonna go for. I was about to say something and now I've changed my mind. Let's go for Los Angeles, please.
Los Angeles for a place in the next round.
Oh.
Good decision.
Phew.
You're across the bridge, Claire. Very well done. You'll take no further part in this, and you will get a little bonus step going into the next round. For now, take a breather. You're through to the next round, and the game passes on to BC. So, BC, you've got to give me at least one. If you give me two, you're through to the next round. What do you think?
I know I looked at this list during the summer before I went on my vote. I definitely looked at it. It's a question of how much you remember. 3 of them popped out to me when I saw it as potentially right. LA's gone. I'd like to try Chicago next.
Chicago O'Hare. Top 10 in terms of potential destinations? Yes, it is. Are you going to go again? Or are you going to pass it over?
Try.
Okay.
In my mind, Las Vegas pops out, so I'm going to go with it.
You'll say Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Las Vegas for a place in the next round. No! Las Vegas is not right. Vegas is 25th. 25th in terms of potential destinations. I suppose it's sort of relative to the rest of the USA out in the sticks somewhat. Whereas I suppose New York is as well, but New York, you've got the hub over to the rest of Europe. Bad luck there, BC. Everyone else gets a step forward, and you remain one step away from crossing the bridge. Let's check on how the audience got on with that one. Another +4 there, a couple of +3s, another +4. Well done. Lupine with the lead of 16 at the moment. Oni has got control, though bear in mind
I don't mean to salt the wound, but if you passed it, I would have gone Vegas.
Ooh.
See, I was worried JFK was much lower than people were expecting.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was top 10.
I don't have all the information available here, but yeah, just Vegas is 25th and a link which I haven't clicked since earlier. So Oni, you're going to get a question. If you're right, you're through to the next round. If you're wrong on your first answer, then you're out of the game.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 steps for the wrong answer. But first of all, we'll give it to the audience.
Right.
Let's have a look. Which of these cocktails traditionally contains rum? Slightly in your wheelhouse. We'll give it to the audience first. Strawberry daiquiri, pina colada, vampiro, dark and stormy, Haitian divorce. 5 seconds to get your answers in. And that is time. And Alex is going to resist the temptation to list all 4 of them, which I'm sure he could do, because you only need to give me one.
I know, this is torture, it really is.
What do you go for?
Bring me 2 pina colada, 1 in each hand. Let's set sail with Captain Morgan. They will never leave dry land.
Pina colada. Rum-based? Through to the next round on an alcohol question. Very well played. We'll see you in round 2, and it's going to move on to Pum and Ben. So, Pum and Ben, if you give me 2 correct answers, you are through to the next round. If you give me a wrong answer, then BC is through to the next round. If you give me 1 right answer and then pass, it puts the pressure on Pum and Ben to get the last one. I don't know how well you know your cocktails. What's your first answer?
Alright, I'm hoping that a strawberry daiquiri is the same as a regular daiquiri, so I will go with strawberry daiquiri.
Daiquiri is rum-based. So, big decision here. Right answer and you're through, wrong answer and you're out, pass, and you put the pressure on Ben. What do you think?
I'm going to take it myself.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure a Dark and Stormy has rum in it.
Does a Dark and Stormy have rum in it for a place in round 2? Yes, it does. Well played. If you were, Ben, if it were coming back to you, what would you have gone for out of those remaining 2 answers?
No,
just because the trop. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, there's 2 then.
Yeah.
Pum and Ben, what would you have gone for out of the remaining 2?
Just because of the tropicality sounding name, I would have gone with Haitian Divorce.
And BC, what would you have said?
I mean, I don't drink, so I would have just been guessing here. I would have gone Vampiro.
You would have gone Vampiro, so you would have split the room. The wrong answer there is actually Vampiro, which contains tequila. So let's just check in on how the audience got on with that question. Oh, and we'll send BC into the pit of oblivion as well. I couldn't remember the workflow there. I should have given you a proper send-off, but there we go. BC, you are cast into the pit of oblivion and you are out of the game. But I hope you've had a good time.
Oh, it's been great fun. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, it's been lovely having you here. Bad luck. Your avatar will reappear in the audience game, so you are able to carry on from the audience game if you'd like to. But for now, it is goodbye. But thank you very much for playing.
Thank you.
So, Claire, Oni, and Plumman Ben, you are all through to round 2. Very well played. Let's go there now. So, well done. Bit of an epic battle to cross that bridge there, but you have all done it. We're going to move on to the next round. In this round, you'll be given 2 categories and 3 answers. One of the answers will fulfill both categories, one of them will fulfill one, and one of them will fulfill neither. If you give me the answer that fulfills both, you get 2 steps. If you give me the one that fulfills one, you get 1 step. And if you get the wrong answer, then your opponents both get 1 step. On each question, 2 of you will attempt to answer it, one after the other, and 1 player will sit out. It will ultimately work out and balance the game out, and the starting order is chosen at random. Audience game, all you've got to do is whisper A, B or C, or 1, 2 or 3. You get 2 points for the double answer, 1 point for the single answer, and no points for the wrong answer. Simple as that. Player who got over first, that was Claire. You're going to get a bonus step onto the bridge and a little advantage there. Last player left on the bridge, once the other 2 players have crossed, will be eliminated. First question coming up for you then, and this is going to Claire. We want a competitive Oscar winner and a competitive Emmy winner. Options are Julie Andrews, Angela Lansbury, Dick Van Dyke. And time up in the audience now. Claire, what do you think?
That is a great question. With some great answers.
A real thinker.
I'm. Oh God. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me have a little rummage around in my brain.
2 seconds. Let me have a little Google of that.
I've got my hands in the air and you can't see me.
Oh yeah, you're doing hands on camera.
I'm doing hands in the air. Okay, yeah. To avoid any more accusations.
No one's accusations. Just having a bit of fun.
My problem is I couldn't remember what Emmy was for, so I was trying to remember what that was for. Because G's Golden Globes, O's for Oscars, T's Tonys, which is the thing. So Emmy is like TV. Is TV? Was it? No, I don't know. So whatever. Let's go for Angela Lansbury because she's a legend.
Angela Lansbury, because she's a legend. Has she won a competitive Oscar and an Emmy?
Dunno.
No, she hasn't. She's won neither.
That's fine.
So, Oni and Ben get a step onto the bridge and immediately eat into your advantage for crossing first. And we know that the 2 remaining answers are both correct. It's just whether they're 1 step or 2 steps. Who's going to find out? Pum and Ben, is it going to be 1 step or 2 steps? Julie Andrews or Dick Van Dyke?
Let's see. I don't think Dick Van Dyke ever won an Emmy, so I'm going to go with Julie Andrews.
For 2 steps, is it Julie Andrews? Yes, it is. Good answer. Claire, it's a little bit of a red herring of a question because Angela Lansbury has been awarded an honorary Oscar, but she's never won a competitive one. And Emmy, I thought Emmys were music. But music and
Oh.
no, I'm thinking. No, hang on. No,
It's
I'm thinking.
Grammy.
I'm thinking of Grammy, aren't I? No, Emmys is what.
Yeah.
Emmy is what Better Call Saul got snubbed at a couple of weeks
So
ago.
Tally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We finished watching Better Call Saul last night, incidentally, which is unrelated, but just felt like sharing that with you all. Well done, Pum and Ben. That is 2 steps forward. Let's check how the audience got on. Oh, it's either 2 points or no points seems to be the verdict there. Well done if you've got some points on the board. So, Oni, you didn't get to answer that question, so you're going to get to answer the next one after the audience, and the question is, what categories are? A team that plays in a state capital, and a team that plays Major League Baseball. Boston Red Sox, Miami Marlins, Memphis Grizzlies. 5 seconds in the audience. I'm just going to take my hairband out because it's hurting my ears. That's time up in the audience. Oni, what do you think?
Nice one for me, because they play baseball and also their state capital of Massachusetts, Boston Red Sox.
Boston Red Sox for 2 is the right answer. Very well played. Tying it up there with Pum and Ben. Well done. Claire, you're going to get the leftovers of this question. One of those is worth 1 step. One of those will send Ben and Oni forward another. Miami Marlins or Memphis Grizzlies?
Okay, so neither of those I think are state capitals. So one of them's got to be a baseball. So is a bear more likely to play baseball or a fish?
I mean,
I'm going to go with the Miami Marlins. I
Miami
think
Marlins.
it would go better on a t-shirt.
For 1 step. Good decision. Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies are a basketball team, not a baseball
much better.
team. Nicely done.
Makes lots of sense.
And as David is pointing out, bears play bears ball. Have a single hog
Like, is
for
that a baseball? Like,
bears ball? B-E-A-R. Bears
if you're
ball.
really posh.
Like William Shakespeare.
My brain hurts.
Yeah, let's move on from that question. How'd you get on the others? Lots of 2s, a couple of 1s up there, and a smattering of 0s as well. Fun fact, there are no Grizzlies in Memphis, and that's made me want to go... No walking in Memphis by Marco. I can't even remember it. I'll do it later. Right, Claire, you got your step forward. Ben, you'll start the next question after the audience. We're after... nice question for you over in Pasadena. Member of Boris Johnson's final cabinet and member of Liz Truss's first cabinet. I like this question a lot. Ben Wallace, Jonathan Gullis, Nadine Dorries. There's time in the audience. Any thoughts?
I'm thinking that I don't know.
Right, okay.
Gosh, I really don't know.
I can
gonna just
confirm
take
that they
us-
are all people.
Yes. I'm just gonna go with the guy who has my same first name and just take a stab at Ben Wallace.
Good a logic as any. Was Ben Wallace in both cabinets? It's a good punt, Ben. Yes, he was.
Wow.
He was Defence Secretary in both, I believe, memory serves. So, Oni, we're going to move on to you. One of those fulfills one of those criteria, and one of those fulfills neither. Who are you going for?
Please excuse my sort of sanitize my tongue after saying a name, Nadine Dorries.
I can't believe he's making us say it.
Nadine Dorries, who was the Minister for Culture, Business and Chuffing Sport. Honestly, she
Funniest punchline, if it's not your country.
She feels like she'd have trouble spelling culture. But yes, not much improved on by Jonathan Gullis, I have to say, who's a Neanderthal who likes to heckle loudly and is currently an education minister. Although the one thing I will say is that he's an education minister who is a former teacher, so he has at least got some previous, even if he's a dreadful human being. And as Sotley's put here, what's the one good thing about Gullis being an MP? He's no longer a teacher, but he is an education secretary, or an education minister, so... Anyway, let's not get political while the country's falling apart around its heels. Jonathan Gullis served in neither cabinet. Nadine Dorries stepped down before Liz Truss appointed her new cabinet. Well done there. Let's check out the audience. Ooh, lots of wrong answers in there. Just a couple of gold trophies. 23 looks to be the high score. 21 over in the top left. A couple of 20s in the middle as well. Let's go on to the next question. Audience first, and then it's going to be Claire who gets first bite at it. We're after a multiple of 3 and a square number. 4,761, 2,208, 5,876. Where's Toot when you're needing to complain about maths questions? There's time in the audience. Claire, what do you think?
Okay, so I'm going to do the thing to find out whether it's a multiple of 3. So, we've got...
I appreciate your dilemma, wanting to fill the dead air while you're thinking, but also not wanting to give away information to your opponents.
Yeah, so that's that. And then we're gonna do... I'm just gonna go for the one that I think looks like it. So I'm gonna say... Oh god, I'm gonna say... Let me just check it again. Hang on. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go for A.
A, 4,761.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Good decision. I will furnish you with more details on that in just a moment, but that is both a multiple of 3 and a square number. So one of those answers is neither of those things, and one of those answers is one of those things. And it's Oni who's got to make the decision as to which is which.
Oh, good. It's 2208, because, well, it adds up to 12, doesn't it?
Indeed it does, yes. A multiple of 3 requires all digits to sum to a multiple of 3. So 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 1 is 18, 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 8 is 12, 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 would give you 26. And Claire, appropriate you getting that 4,761, because it's a square number. Do you know what the square root of it is?
Well... No.
It's very appropriate for you and your penny count.
Oh, is it 69?
It is 69. The square root of 4,761 is 69.
Cross that
I
off
did
your
think
bingo
so,
card, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I did look at that 61 and think, ooh, that's that would be 81 if I take 81 off that. What am I left with? And then I didn't bother doing the rest of it. Like, as 9 squared.
You got bored with the calculator at that point.
Yeah, if I then continued, then yeah, whatever.
Well, it's
Good.
all pretty close at this point. Ben and Oni are 3 away. Claire is 4 away. Let's see how the audience got on there. Pretty split, actually. A few 1s, a few 2s, and a handful of 0s as well. 24 looks to be the leading score at the moment, followed by 23 and still a couple of 22s there in the middle. Next question coming to the audience first, and Ben, you're going to be answering thereafter. We want someone who's appeared on Inside Number 9 and someone who's appeared in Harry Potter. Jason Isaacs, Richard E. Grant, Lenny Henry. 5 seconds in the audience. And there's your time. Ben, thoughts?
Oh gosh, I've watched a lot of Inside Number 9, and I've watched all the Harry Potter films. I'm gonna go with Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant. Was he in Inside Number 9 and Harry Potter? He was in neither of them. Bad luck. Oni and Claire getting a step forward. That could really shift the dynamic of this game, depending who's answering the next question, because one of these is worth 1 and one of these is worth 2 steps. And it's Claire who gets the honour of answering. What do you think, Claire?
I don't know. So I'm going to go for Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs. Has he been in both of those? Yes, he has. Good decision. Inside Number 9 has been on my to-watch list for about 2 years, and I've still not gotten around to it, but I do know in Harry Potter he plays Lucius Malfoy. And Lenny Henry, it's a bit of a cameo appearance, but he appears as the shrunken head in Prisoner of Azkaban. Yes, they've both of those appeared in Harry Potter, and Jason Isaacs apparently in Inside Number 9 as well. Very well done, and this is a very interesting dynamic to have. Claire's 1 away, Oni's 2 away, Ben is 3 away. Let's see who got on the audience. A lot of crosses there, so a lot of people thinking the same as Ben on that one and going for Richard E. Grant. 26 seems to be the lead score. As we come to the next question, and it's Oni first for a place in the final. We're after someone who had a number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for more than 10 weeks, and someone who had a number 1 on the UK Top 40 for more than 10 weeks. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Beyonce are your options. And that's your
This is one single that is number 1, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Though it may not necessarily be the same single in both charts. But an artist who has been
This is a nasty one.
an artist who's been number 1 for 10 weeks in the US, and an artist who's been number 1 in the UK for 10 weeks.
My brain's, oh god. I think I'm gonna go for Swiftie.
Swiftie. If it's worth 2 steps, you're into the final. Taylor Swift. No.
Oh, fuck.
Neither. And I say this is a superb question from hAx0R here. And I know hAx0R is a bit of a Taylor Swift fan. He's just put nothing for Tay-Tay in the trivia with a sad face. So Claire, you are through to the next round. And Ben, you are potentially going through to the next round if you can find the double answer here. One of those is worth 2 steps, one of them is worth 1 step. Rihanna or Beyonce for a place in the final?
I'm going to go. I want to make sure I'm playing the right song. Yeah. God, it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with Beyonce.
Beyonce. For a place in the final? Beyonce. Just the 1 step. Just the 1 step for you there, Ben. It's Rihanna. We Found Love was number 1 in the US for 10 weeks, and Umbrella was number 1 in the UK for 10 weeks.
I thought it was number 1 for like 7. Damn, that's why
Beyonce's Irreplaceable was number 1 in the US for 10 weeks, but she's not had a number 1 in the UK for 10 weeks. So, bad luck on that one. And this is coming down to the wire, it really is. Let's just check how the audience got on. A lot of trophies in there, lots of 2 points going out, and just the one player getting the 1 point, and a few not scoring on that one. This, as Natter is saying in the chat, this is going to be a very, very tight finish. And it's going to come down to who's answering first, because the order does funny things at this point. It is Ben who's getting the continuation. Born in January, born in 1996. Florence Pugh, Zendaya, Kendall Jenner. 5 seconds in the audience. And that's time. So, Ben, because you're starting this question, if you get this one right, it doesn't matter if it's 1 step or 2 steps, you're in the final. If you get it wrong, only gets 1 step, but then he automatically gets at least 1 step when he answers the question himself. So, there's a 66% chance, Ben, you make the final, and a 33% chance that you don't.
Good DFIU moment. Oh my god. And
What do you
I
think?
really don't know. I've heard of all these names, but I don't know much about any of them. I just have to take a guess, and I'll say Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner. For a place in the final, Kendall Jenner?
Ah!
No, it's the wrong one. Kendall Jenner was born in November 1995. So it comes to Oni. You know you're through, but out of idle curiosity, what would you have gone for, Kendall Jenner, or would you have gone for one of the other two, do you think?
Now, until you asked me, I thought that Florence was Florence and Florence and the Machine, but that's Florence Welch, isn't it? Either way, I'll go with Zendaya.
Zach Braff's girlfriend.
Zendaya, you say. If you'd gone for Zendaya, it would have been worth 1 step. So it would have come back to Pum and Ben, and if Pum and Ben had have gone Kendall Jenner all the same, it wouldn't have made a difference. But that could have been the tightness of this game is just how it works. Zendaya was born in September 96. Florence Pugh was born in January 1996, as incidentally was hAx0R. Ben, you've had victory or defeat clutched from the jaws of defeat, or defeat clutched from the jaws of victory. They're so close, but unfortunately not to be. Have you had a good time?
I did, and I think the comeback I made in the first round was a moral victory. So
I fully agree. That was one of the best comebacks since Lazarus, I have to say. So you did well to get to that point, but unfortunately you can go no further. We have to cast you into the pit of oblivion.
Aye.
There he goes, and there's the result in the audience as well. 28, 27, 25 look like the top three scores right there. Ben, it's always a pleasure having you here. Thank you very much for playing. We'll see you another time.
thank you.
Which means it's an Oni Claire final. I feel like this must have happened at some point in the past between these two.
Buzz off. And then we worked together in the sequel in Moneybox, and now this is the ill-fated threequel.
Well, only one of you can book a place in the grand final next week. Let's go to the final round. Oni, Claire, 8 steps. 8 steps now stand between you and a place in next Thursday's grand final, but only one of you can take it. This is round 3. In this round, you will be shown a question and you will have the option to answer it straight away without seeing any options. If you do that and you are correct, you get 3 steps. You can put some options up if you like, either 4 options or 2 options. If you get it right with 4 options, you get 2 steps. If you get it right with 1 option, with 2 options, you get 1 step. Beware though, if you are wrong, your opponent gets another step and they get a chance to answer the question for a bonus step with just 2 options. So if you're wrong, your opponent will automatically get 2 options and a chance at a bonus step. If you put 2 options up and you get it wrong, your opponent will automatically get 2 steps forward. First player to reach the other side will be the winner and through to next Thursday's final. In the audience, slightly different game for you. You have to judge whether or not you think the players are going to get it right or whether or not they're even going to attempt it. So you'll get 10 seconds or 15 seconds, I think, to answer the question without any options. If you do choose to answer in the audience, then you won't be able to answer if and when the options are displayed, but you'll get 3 points if you are right. Likewise, 2 points for the 4 options and 1 point for the 2 options. But at every stage, you can only answer each question once. You cannot have another go at the question if you've attempted it. So if you think the opponent's going to go for it without seeing options, you might be best to have a go early yourself. Good luck to everybody, and we're going to start with Claire taking a bonus step forward as the first player to cross the bridge in round 2, which I forgot to mention. Let's take a look at the first question. And it's Claire to answer first. What title is held by the person who closed the doors to signal the end of the queue to see Queen Elizabeth II lying in state? 5 seconds if you want to have a go in the audience. 2 people have done so, and that is time up. Just 2 people trying for 3 points. Claire, do you want to try for 3, or do you want to see some options?
I will need to see some options.
4 or 2?
I can only... yeah, if I see 4, then I have to pick an answer from those. I can't then go... I can't then opt for 2 options.
No, so if you go for 4...
I then have to pick an answer.
You have to pick an answer. If you go for 2, you have to pick an answer. But if you go for 2 and you're wrong, only gets 2 steps automatically. If you go for 4 and are wrong, only gets 1 step, but then has to answer the question himself from 2 options to get his second.
Okay, I will. Let's go with 4 options, please, Ben.
4 options. Let's take a look. Black Rod, Lord Chamberlain, Speaker of the Lords, Yeoman Ravenmaster. Options coming in for the audience now. People having a go who didn't have a go when it was an open question. That's time up. Claire, what do you think?
Oh, I don't really know. I didn't really take in much about this stuff. And I thought the queue was... I have opinions on the queue, which I shall not share.
Oh, I thought it was a publicity stunt, personally.
Oh, obviously, yeah. It's
There's
very
absolutely no reason
Just
on earth they couldn't have done it.
during COVID, we got really, really good at all these online ticketing systems where you don't have to queue up in a massive thing. It was just a way of
tell us how you really feel, Claire. Come on, let it all out.
Annoying.
This is a safe space. What are you going for? What are you going to go for?
Well, I'm gonna go for your friend of mine, Black Rod.
Black Rod! Close the door! It's the right answer. You got 2 steps forward. Well played. Yes, the lady usher of the Black Rod, Sarah Clark, was the last person to pay respect to Queen Elizabeth II. Chrissy Heery was the last civilian. Well played there, Claire. Let's take a look how the audience got on. Well done to the one person who got that without any options, getting 3 points right there. Lovely stuff indeed. Those are your scores. Oni, we're going to come over to you. Question without options to start. SP47DE is the postcode for which British landmark? 10 seconds in the audience. 5 seconds in the audience. Again, someone is having a go. 2, 3 people having a go without options, and there's your time up. So you're going to have to hope Oni put some options up, everybody else. Oni, do you know, or do you want to see some options? And if so, how many?
Oh, what the hell is SP? Oh, what the hell is SP? I'm going to have to put 4 up.
4, let's take a look. Whitecliff of Dover, St Paul's Cathedral, Stonehenge, Windsor Castle. 5 seconds in the audience.
Now, before...
Time up in the audience, go.
Now, before it came up, I actually had one in my head. I had an idea in my head. And I'm going to go with it because it's there, Stonehenge.
Is it Stonehenge? Yeah, SP.
Salisbury Plain.
Salisbury Plain, very good.
Yeah.
It's not.
Should have had me gut. Should have trusted it.
Not sure who any post would be addressed to, mind. Druids, maybe? Stonehenge was the right answer. Let's take a look and see how we got on. Again, a few people getting that there off the open question for 3 points. Nicely done. And quite a couple of 30s cropping up there now. Claire, we come back to you. Open question. In the classic TV show, what sort of vehicle is Thunderbird 4? 5 seconds in the audience. A few people having a go at this one. And that is time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people having a go in the audience game. Claire, what do you think? Or do you want some options?
Well, I'm trying to think about whether 4 options is going to do me any good.
Did you watch Thunderbirds as a kid?
No,
Older? No.
No, but like my teammates have tried to tell me about them, I'm sure, but I've just not. It's not gone in. Oh, thanks, Ben. That's brought it all back. Thank you. I know the answer.
Something like that, isn't it?
I'm trying to think.
5, 4, 3.
It's not the stress-free quizzing environment that I choose to be in.
I did watch Thunderbirds a little bit, I have to say.
I don't think you've worked out that right, but you've given her a countdown when she's already stressing out.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's my bad. My bad.
Okay, why not? Let's just go for 2 options, and I'm gonna 50-50 it.
Okay, let's take a look at 2 options. 5 seconds in the audience. The options are aeroplane or submarine. Aeroplane or submarine, A or B. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And Claire, what do you think?
Okay, before it all came up, I thought submarine, so I'm just going to say submarine, and I know it's going to be wrong, but that's fine.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Get your step, yeah. It was Gordon who drove the submarine. Thunderbird 5 was a space station, which was operated by John Tracy. Thunderbird 2 was always my favourite. I'm looking a little bit like Thunderbird 2 at the moment. It was a giant green flying slug machine, which was piloted by Virgil. Scott Tracy did the rocket ship, which was Thunderbird 1, and Thunderbird 3 was Alan Tracy, and was a different rocket ship, I think. So 1 was the blue rocket ship, 3 was the orange rocket ship, 2 was the green thing, 4 was the sub that lived inside 2, and then 5 was the space station, and Brains was a nerdy stereotype.
I never watched the show, but I had all the toys and everything.
Yeah, I had so many Thunderbird toys. I watched the show a lot.
They came in cereal packets. That's the thing. I've got Scarlet toys from cereal packets. I never watched it.
David saying, John Tracy, the loneliest and most pointless man in Thunderbird. I can't remember a single episode where he did anything either. But well done, Claire. You have got that step. Submarine or sub would also have been accepted if you answered that open. Well done if you did. Yes, in fact, all 5 getting it right. Very well done indeed. Oni, we're coming back to you. Open question if you would like it. The tallest fully constructed building in Africa is located in which country? 5 seconds in the audience, if you would like to try open. A couple of 3 people going for that there, and there's time up. Oni, you've got some ground to make up. Do you want to try this, or do you want some options?
I think at this point it's worth me going for it because I have a real good idea of this one.
Okay, what do you think?
I think it's a mosque in Algeria.
Is it a mosque in Algeria? It's not. Claire gets a step forward and a chance at a bonus step. 5 seconds in the audience. A, South Africa, or B, Nigeria. And that's time up. Claire, what do you think for another step?
I mean, those are the 2 countries that I was going through in my head. And I just don't know enough about construction and in them. Let's go for Nigeria, please.
Nigeria for a bonus step. I'm afraid not. It is South Africa.
I know what one they're talking about as well.
What are they talking about, Oni?
Yeah, because there's like a tower block in South Africa. I think it's the one they used in the movie Chappie. The one I might be thinking of is a tower, but it's like a tower of like a bell tower or something. It's just the tallest building that's not fully constructed.
Yeah, so we've got there's buildings under construction in Egypt, Morocco, and Cote d'Ivoire.
Of course, Egypt's building one.
Which would be taller, but are as yet unfinished. The tallest is in South Africa. It's the Leonardo. It was opened in 2019, and it is a building. It is a mixed-use property development in Sandton, Johannesburg. Stands at a height of 234 meters tall. So none of us getting the right answer there. Well done if you did get South Africa from open or from options there. Let's check out your scores. 33 looks to be the leading score from Lupine at the moment. Claire, you're 3 away from a place in the final, and you've got control of this next question. What was the name of the album which Bohemian Rhapsody features on? If you answer this blind, then you will book yourself into the final if you're correct. If not, you can put some options up, either 4 or 2. That's time in the audience. What do you think, Claire?
I think this is another Strafty question. He'll definitely know this. I've got an idea in my head, but I'm gonna take the 4 options, please.
4 options, okay.
Not gonna lie, I'd have loved this one.
I bet you would. 4 options. News of the World, Flash Gordon, Jazz, or Night at the Opera. 5 seconds in the audience to get your answers in. And that's time. Claire, is the one you're thinking of there?
Almost.
Almost.
I'm glad I went for it, yeah. I was going to go for... In my head, it popped into Night at the Museum, so I'm going to go...
That's a terrible film starring Nicolas Cage, I believe.
I haven't seen it, but anyway, I'm glad I got the option. D, Night at the Opera, please.
Night at the Opera is the right answer. Not Night at the Museum. Those options worth it for that saving yourself the step. Only, did you know that one?
Yeah, 1975. Probably one of the only albums I give 10 out of 10.
High praise indeed. Claire is 1 step away from booking into the final. Oni's got some catching up to do. That's how you got on there in the audience game. And Oni, next question for you. The ski resort of St. Moritz is located in which country? Oh, lots of answers coming in from the lobby game here. Pre-options.
I should know this.
And that's time.
It's right in my head. It's right in my head, and I feel I've got to go for it blindly.
Okay.
Because even if I go for 4 and get it, I think Claire's still going to win anyway. So
bear in mind, if you go blind and are wrong, then Claire will win the game automatically.
And if I go blind and I'm right, Claire has probably won the game anyway. So I'd rather be the arbiter of my own fate. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna go to Switzerland.
Switzerland. To deny Claire a place in the final at this stage, is it Switzerland?
It's Alpine something. There we go.
Play. Switzerland is the right answer. Bringing that out and closing that gap down. Pressure on Claire. She's still got advantage here. But well done. And if you were waiting for options there, unfortunately, you're not going to get them because Oni's got it from an open question. Well done if you did get Switzerland there. Claire, we're going to come back to you. Now, this question, it is worth me pointing out that you do not need to answer it blind. You do not need to answer with 4 options. If you put 2 options up and get the right answer, you have won the game. But for the audience, first of all, here's your question. Which classic film was featured in a 2021 Doctor Who audio story owing to its famous Machine Man, played by Brigitte Helm? And that's time in the audience. Nobody attempting that in the audience, so everyone hoping that Claire's going to put some options up. I'm assuming you are.
Yeah, you know what? I none of these things mean anything to me. So I'm going to go straight for the 2, please.
I will just add the caveat at this point. If you go straight for the 2 options and you're wrong, Oni gets 2 steps.
Okay.
Automatically. Whereas if you put up 4 and are wrong, he's still got to get it right from 2 options to get that extra step.
Oh, yeah, but I need.
You only need 1, but if Oni would automatically get 2 if you put 2 up and are wrong. Whereas if you put 4 up, he's still got to do some work and get a 50-50 right to get his second step. So it's very much up to you. It's a very difficult tactic to call here.
I do appreciate that because I'm shit at tactics. I'll take your input and I'll go for the 4.
You're gonna go for 4.
Try and feel lucky.
Okay, we'll put 4 options up. Metropolis, Iron Giant, Arsenic and Old Lace, The Wizard of Oz. 5 seconds in the audience. And that's time up. So, if you're wrong here, Oni only gets 1 step automatically and must then answer to get his second, whereas if you put 2 up and were wrong, you've got more chance of getting to the other side if it's a blind guess, but Oni would get his 2 steps automatically. So this way, there's a chance that Oni will still be 1 step behind. What do you think? If you're wrong, of course. If you're right, you're in the final.
Okay, so I'm kind of eliminated 2 in my brain.
Okay.
Because of reasons. And then the other 2, I don't really know anything about. Okay. Oh God. I'm gonna go for, out of my personal 50-50, but realistically, okay, I'm gonna go for A, please. Metropolis.
Metropolis.
I would have picked that too.
Only saying you would have picked that too. For a place in
That's
the
what I
final,
wanted.
Claire, which classic film was featured in a 2021 Doctor Who audio story owing to its famous Machine Man, played by Brigitte Helm? You've said to me A, Metropolis, aka the worst level in Sonic 2. I don't know about all that, David. I think Oil Ocean called. It wants to call you. Is it Metropolis for a place in the final? A, Metropolis. It is a right answer. Well played.
Wow.
And doing it from the 4 options to safeguard your options in case Oni got back in on the question. Say it is an interesting strategy, and I'm not sure whether putting up 4 or 2 would have been better there, because 2, if you're wrong, it's disaster because Oni's back up with you. But I am not the most up to date on tactics either, but I just sort of thought I'd explain the potential outcomes of the game. But,
so in my head, I got rid of Iron Giant and the Wizard of Oz immediately.
Yeah.
So. And I can't tell you why, apart from Brigitte is a female's name, and Iron Giant and Wizard of Oz I thought were male machine men.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the other 2, but it sounded more robot-y.
It's Otley said Christopher Eccleston lands on the set and the Machine Man has been replaced by a Cyberman because reasons. Of course it has. And Puzzled Dan saying, yes, Claire, get in. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzled
Also,
Dan.
Metropolis is really, really old.
Yeah, Metropolis.
I think it's like early
60s. Oh, is it as early as that?
I think so.
My wife would know this. 1927, yes, you're right, goodness me. Toot would have known that as well, I'm sure. So, I think I have to press the button twice to get to the end point. Yes, I do. Those are the ticks. Well done if you got that. And the final scores in the lobby. 37 is the lead score. A few 36s in there and a 35 as well. No medals in this game, but if you times your score by 10, 5, something.
5, probably.
Probably 5.
10 and 5.
10, yes, it would be one of those. You get some pennies. Oni, you've been a smashing contestant. It's been great having you here, but...
I did the strategy the wrong way round, didn't I?
You did what?
Should have done the first one on the bat. I played the strategy wrong. I should have played first one off the bat and then the second one from 4.
That's the way it goes, but you've been a smashing contestant, and for the second time, I'm afraid, we have to send you into the pit of oblivion.
Ow, my anus.
Thank you, Oni. We'll see you another time.
Thank you.
Which means, Claire, you are our winner. Congratulations. You must be feeling great.
Oh, yeah, amazing. And there was some. That's the thing. This game is like a guesser can get through, and there were some guesses that I pulled out there. So yeah.
Well, you've done very well. I mean, you could go. Do you want to go back and join it Sotley in the pit of join Oni in the pit of oblivion? Or...
Look at me go!
There you go. And so that's kind of fun because it's a 3D third-person character control. Whoops.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
I'm off to the sauna downstairs.
Join us, Sophie's saying. Join us in the pit of oblivion. Claire, you are through to the final, despite throwing yourself into the pit of oblivion there. You will. I hope you'll come back and join us next Thursday, where you will be playing Mark, Natter, and RJ Murphy for the champion and probably trophy and/or prize that will go with that as well. That'll be next Thursday at the season finale. Well done.
Yes, thank you very much. Thanks, Otley, for the questions.
And yes, very many thanks to Sotley for a superb question pack there. Really, really good fun and plenty of variety in there, which is always good. Claire, we'll see you next Thursday at the final, if not before. Well done again, and have a good rest of the night.
Thanks, Ben.
Cheers.
Bye.
So, Claire becomes our 4th player to join the finalists, and the final then next Thursday is going to be Mark versus Natter versus RJ Murphy versus Claire. I need to hunt down RJ Murphy because I don't think he's in the Discord server, although he must be because he came into voice chat and played the game. So I need to find out what his name in the Discord was. Hopefully, so if someone knows, or RJ, if you're here in the background, let me know. It'd be good because we obviously need to make sure you're around for that next Thursday. Well done as well in the audience game. Pennies have been added on, so they should be with you now. And let's give you some bridge pennies as well. I'm going to roll the credits, and then we're not going to beat the bee tonight because I want to do something a little bit different. It's a new thing that I've got to show you, which is very exciting. I think it's very exciting. And we'll see what happens with it. It's not the fruit machine. I've done something different. The fruit machine, the gambling thing of the fruit machine, and then sort of how gambling is on Twitch at the moment. Felt like it probably wasn't the best time for it. It wasn't sort of in the zeitgeist, so I sort of put that on the back burner for a bit. But there will be a little game at the end of the night, so do stick around for that. Congratulations to Claire. Thank you again to Sotley, and I'll see you in a few minutes for the end of stream thing. See you then. So, it's going to turn the camera back on. Hello, here I am. Yeah, thank you again to Sotley for that question, but I really enjoyed that. And huge well done to Claire. Final is going to be next Thursday on the season finale. Season 8 finale, because Season 9 is just round the corner. So just before I show you my new stuff, where is it there? Just before I show you my new stuff, let me just go on the lowdown of what's going on over the next week or two. First of all, over on Bash's channel, if you want to go give him a follow, Ash Bash is right there. He has got just the one stream from him this week. That's tomorrow. That's going to be 15 to 1 and the Vault. But that's because on Friday it's Euroquision, which I believe is Score Counts Baby, and he's going to be hosting that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Ash's channel. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. That's Ash's channel, twitch.tv/AT_Bash. Ash as usual tomorrow for 15 to 1 in the Vault. And then Euroquision, the sort of biannual event on Friday evening. Topper's got a stream on Sunday. His Season 4 continues. And this coming Sunday, the 9th of October, is going to be Checklist and Elimination. That sounds like a good stream. So you definitely want to go give that a follow. It's also Topper's birthday today, which makes, but I think he's not been here, actually. He may be out gallivanting. Hello, Scorecount. Welcome to the stream. But do go give him Topper a follow. That's going to be Sunday evening. Over on his channel. As for me, just sort of the rest of the season. So first of all, this week, a relatively quiet week. Thursday we've got Set Game and The Hive, as written by, I think it's Oni's Hive, and I think I proofed it, and I think it was an awesome pack when I proofed it. Yes, it is. Oni's Hive pack. Really, really slick pack. That's going to be Thursday, so make sure you come along to that. Excuse me. With some Set Game to start. Saturday we've got Plinko by... No, we haven't got Plinko, I'm lying. We've got Crossfire. That's obviously changed from Plinko to Crossfire. We've got Crossfire by Jogging on Saturday to kick us off, which will be fun. We've got The Purge by Adam, and we've got Risky Business by Lupine. And I have on good authority that after that, over in Ash's server, Toadboy has gotten hold of the a pre-alpha copy of the new Jackbox pack. So that's going to be the raid on Saturday over in Ash's server, which should be a lot of fun. So make sure you get along for that. Next week is going to be I'm sort of doing a finale week. I'm streaming Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. That's because obviously my finale would normally be the Saturday, but it's all QNL that weekend where I'm going to be up hosting The Hive, Money Box and Buzz Off. Not in that order. In fact, I think it's the other way around. But yeah, so that's the weekend after next, or Saturday week. But next week it's Wordle, Data Leak and The Escape Artist on Tuesday. Number One, Cryptex and The Abyss. Wordle, Data Leak and Escape Artist on Monday at 8. I know there's sort of Quizzy Monday going on, Only Connect and University Challenge happening there, but if there's a watch along for that, maybe people could do it on catch up and come and watch Data Leak and play the Escape Artist, maybe? I'll leave that up to you. And that's Data Leak by Arun and Escape Artist by Shadowmane. Number Wang on the Tuesday, followed by Cryptex by Tadaru and The Abyss by Quizzle. That's I proofed the Quizzle pack, and I know that one's a particularly good one, so do come along for that. And then next Thursday is going to be the season finale, the last game of Hacker of the season, which is written by me, The Pyramid by Anonyman, the staff game of Google That, which has been written by Lingo, I think. Yes, and then, of course, the grand final of The Bridge, which has been written by David J. Bodykins. So, a lot of things going on, and then, of course, the weekend after that is Quiz Night Live. All of the things going on, a real-life get-together, which is going to be huge fun. Lots of quizzing action. I'm hosting 3 of them. I think Bash is hosting 3, Topper's hosting 3, and then a lot of members of the community are hosting games. Some games you might recognise, some games that might be being seen for the first time. So very much looking forward to that. The whole thing is going to be live streamed, so if you can't be there in person, then that's all going to be over on Ash's channel, so make sure you do tune in for that. So that's all the things going on. Lots and lots of things happening in the build-up to QNL. As I said, next week is a sort of finale week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So I'm going to be at QNL on the Saturday. I'll then be taking the following Tuesday and Thursday off, and then Season 9 will be kicking off on Saturday, the 22nd of October. I'm going to post the schedule, if not tonight, then probably tomorrow morning. But we'll be kicking the season off with Crossfire, Distinction, and The Abyss. So nice start to season 9, which is going to take us right up to the end of the year, up to January the 1st, which is going to be my New Year special quizzes, big fat quizzes of the year, and we'll of course incorporate Quizmas and all the fun that goes along with that. There's no tournament game in season 9, but it's going to be a sort of, we've got Quizmas running through it, and then season 10 in the new year, where there was at least one big thing happening for nearly 1,000 followers. 1,000 followers is on the horizon, and that's what I'm aiming for. So if you could spread the word a little bit, get to 1,000 followers, and it'll make the thing that is probably going to happen hopefully in January and tie in with my charity stream, my annual charity stream. Yeah, that thing. I'm going to message people probably tomorrow at school. That thing is going to be happening probably as the season 10 opener, or very close to the opening, but it is somewhat pending getting 1,000 followers. I'm on 950 something at the moment, 940 something. It's not a million miles off. But yeah, if we can get followers up to 1,000, then my charity stream, which is traditionally at the end of January anyway, that's going to be a special new thing for 1,000 followers for a charity stream in season 10. But season 9, Quiz Night Live, Quizmas, all the fun of the fair still to look forward to. The level up from stuff is the thing. Well, I think Ash says things and stuff, and he tends to say things and I tend to say stuff. But yeah, the thing, it's elevated above stuff. It is the thing, and it won't be a complete surprise. There will be info going out ahead of time, but 1,000 followers is the goal. If we can get that before the end of the year, then the thing can definitely happen. I'm rabbiting on, and I want to share something with you. End of the night, rather than beat the bee, something a little bit different. See what you think of this. Left or right? You've got 1 minute to join. Whisper or public chat, doesn't matter. For every player who joins, I will add 10 pennies to the jackpot. Left or right, 40 seconds to get in. The more players join, the more chance you have of winning. Have I taken it out of test mode? Oh god, I hope I've taken it out of test mode. Yes, I have. 30 seconds, come join. 170 pennies will go to the winner. Oh, it's doing that weird thing where they're all stacking. Why are you doing the weird thing where you're all stacking? Please don't do the weird thing where you're all stacking. Let me agitate the balls. There we go. Hello, Dogfish. Welcome to the stream. Right, 10 seconds. 210 pennies will be going to the winner. And it should all be added on automatically. I did test this earlier on. Agitate the balls, yes. Bad luck if you went right. You win nothing. It's basically heads or tails in space. So, if your name is in the middle of the screen, left or right, 30 seconds. Yeah, heads or tails in... No more pennies are added at this point. Shapes, BC, make a decision. If you don't make a decision, you'll be eliminated. Shapes? Shapes? Shapes! Shapes has been eliminated, as have the players who went left. Dogfish, Oni, It's Ollie, and Lupine remain. 210 pennies. Left or right? Oh, Dogfish with the decision now. Oh, hello. Quizzy Dan with a raid of 18. Welcome, Raiders. Kitchen grippers used for sex. Well, quite. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Welcome, Raiders. Dan, M. Clemson, R.S. Davison, welcome. Meredith Musing, good to have you here. Hey, and it's Dogfish who wins. The only one to go right. Well done, Dogfish, you've won 210 pennies. And that's it. That works. Yeah. It basically heads or tails in space. Then to miss me winning. Yes, Claire won the bridge. It was good fun. Since we just had a raid, I think we could do that again. So yeah, it's an alternative to beat the bee. Let's do it one more time. I'm pretty sure it's been added on. So Dogfish has got 210 pennies. We'll run it twice. Left or right? Oh, hello. Okay, it's not doing a thing. That's strange. Hang on. What is that all about? There we go. Something obviously got stuck. Mark Susanna, welcome to the stream. We're doing a second left or right. It hasn't got a name. The project title is just called Fall game.